Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into another episode of the Before I Go podcast. Well, it is the first week of October, the month when we observe breast cancer awareness, ADHD awareness, and domestic violence awareness. We have finally reframed Columbus Day to be Indigenous Peoples Day. Halloween is coming, and it's also my birthday month. 57 times around the sun. I'm celebrating all month as I usually do, and I'm preparing for my birthday trip. I'm going to a place I've never been, to be disclosed at a later date, and I'm so excited to get my travel mojo back. I love October. Historically, during my birthday month, I spend a lot of time reflecting on where I've been and make plans for where I'm going. I look back on this time last year and I realized that a lot has changed. This time last year, I was in a relationship that I was thinking about leaving. This year, I'm not in a relationship and not looking to be in one. This time last year, I was 2 months into my vegetarian journey. I wasn't sure about what I was supposed to eat, so I ate a lot of cheese and a lot of pasta and gained a lot of weight. About 15 pounds to be exact. This year, I'm a strong vegetarian and I lost those 15 pounds plus a few more for good measure. This time last year, I was drinking copious amounts of wine on a daily basis. This year, I am alcohol-free and I have never been happier. This time last year, I was clueless to the fact that maybe my feelings about my relationship, my overeating and weight gain, and my drinking were probably the early symptoms of seasonal depression. This year, I feel it coming, and I'm preparing for it. Seasonal depression. Last year, I did a bonus episode on the topic, but by the time I did, I was already deep in it. I encourage you to go back and listen to that episode for context, and while you're there, just download it so you always have it. It was published in December and was titled Thoughts During a Sad Time. SAD, the acronym standing for Seasonal Affective Disorder. I said in that episode that I would go back and listen to it again this year to remind myself that the sadness was coming, and I did, and it is. Normally, I wouldn't realize it until December. October is my birthday month, and all I think about is my birthday. Then I spend all November planning to host Thanksgiving, and then December comes and I crash hard. This year, I am working to avoid the crash. I'm not saying that I can avoid the depression, but I can put certain things in place to deal with it in the healthiest way possible. It's like a bulletproof vest. The bullet may still hurt me, but it won't kill me. Or it's like the COVID vaccine. It may not prevent the virus, but it will lessen the effects of it. It's a layer of protection, people. See what I did there? Anyway, the depression is coming. I can feel it. Maybe I feel it now because I'm not drinking and my mind is clear. Maybe I feel it now because I'm not distracted by an unsatisfying relationship. Regardless of the reason, I'm grateful that I'm more aware so that I can prepare. And I know I'm not the only one who deals with this, so I want to share with you some of the things that I'm going to do to prepare and hopefully ward off some of the more severe effects. But before I do, I just want to remind you of what seasonal affective disorder is. It is a mood disorder characterized by depression that occurs at the same time every year. It's more than just the winter blues. Seasonal affective disorder makes it difficult to function. And for me, all I want to do is hibernate, eat fatty comfort foods, get under a blanket, and watch television until it just passes. Now, I'm a person who loves to exercise, but when this hits, it's almost impossible for me to motivate myself to work out. Now, it can be treated with light therapy, talk therapy, and if necessary, medication. This year, I am going to try light therapy. In fact, I'm in the process of researching different types of light boxes, but I will also make an effort to spend as much time outside as I can, maybe walks around my building at lunchtime. I refuse to put that weight back on like last year, so I'm committing to keeping up my workout regimen. Some people feel like an extra few pounds of winter weight is not a bad thing. And if that's you, hey, cool. But for me, I was miserable when I was heavier. The good news is my diet is much better this year, and I'm not drinking, which may or may not have contributed to the depression. It definitely contributed to the extra weight. And I have also found that consistent meditation has helped me with my overall state of mind. So I'll continue that as well. This year, I am being intentional about dealing with this before I'm in the middle of it, when it's effectively too late. It's a seasonal disorder, so I know when it's coming and I know when it's leaving. This year, however, I refuse to white knuckle my way through it. You may or may not have noticed that this episode went up late. Another result of the depression, little or no interest in the things that I love. But I pushed through, and I'm here. And I'm glad to be here. And I'm glad you're here. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. But before I go, let me share this with you from 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, the 7th through the 9th verses. The Contemporary English Version says, "The real power comes from God and not from us. We often suffer, but we are never crushed. Even when we don't know what to do, we never give up. And in times of trouble, God is with us. And when we are knocked down, we get up again." I'll see you next time.